Hello, what's good, Cam fam? If you are Cam fam, if you're new, welcome. This video found you for a reason. Now, the title is obviously spiritual warfare, gang stalking, and being harassed when you are a chosen one. That's what we're going to talk about today. All right. I'm running on very low sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night due to spiritual attacks, okay? And spiritual attacks can come in many different forms. It can come in your dreams. It can come in physical form from, a dark spirit that is a person that doesn't like you and your spirit. It can come from, many different things. Right now, I'm dealing with spiritual warfare in the form of a infrasonic device, which is a high frequency device that someone has in their apartment below me, that I actually was dealing with in an apartment before this. I've been dealing with this since June or May of 2023. So I've been dealing with this high frequency device attack for over a year now. Now this device, I've researched it because I know for a fact, I'm not crazy, and that this is affecting me. Like, it affects, I'm just gonna break down what it does to me. I get headaches. Anywhere that I sit in my apartment, I'm feeling a vibration, whether I sit or lay down, walk, or anything. It also can like sting a little bit, like a shock. And so those are the feelings that I get: the vibration, a little shock, and then it's also like loud. Like you can't. Like, it's so weird because your phone can't pick up the sound. It's a sound that can't be picked up because of the frequency level. But a camera can pick it up. I had to buy a camera online to actually pick up what my ear was feeling because I couldn't pick it up on my phone. I'm like, what is this? I can feel the vibration in my ear. Not only just in my whole entire body. Like, if I lay down, my heart will race. It's making my heart race, okay? So, like, this is very dangerous. Like, they're trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to harm me. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. You see what I'm saying? Once you are getting closer to God and you're trying to remove all toxic things from your life, you're trying to improve your life, these spiritual attacks are going to get heavy because the devil is trying to pull you closer back to him while you're trying to get closer to God and your purpose. The devil is trying to pull you back because he doesn't want you to get closer to your purpose. You hear me? So these spiritual attacks are nothing but the devil's work. You know what I'm saying? And the devil works in crazy ways. He will work through people. Yes, he will work through your own family, okay? So those are the things that I've been feeling with this in my apartment. So it makes it hard for me to sleep because my heart is racing and I'm not being comfortable, okay? So, like, I'm literally needing to take a substance or some type of sleeping aid to help me sleep, which I don't even take my anxiety meds anymore. That's how I know for a fact I've strengthened my mind, because I don't need my anxiety meds. You know what I'm saying? Before, I was crippled, with anxiety and fear. But when you draw closer to God, you understand that's all the devil's work. You don't need those anxiety medicines. You don't. You need to strengthen your mind. You need to get closer to God, because that's all you need to get through in the gospel. Read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So these spiritual attacks started on my life when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was molested at the age of 11, probably the 11 to 12. I don't know how long it lasted or when it started because I was so young, but I do remember it. And, it was by a family member. You know what I'm saying? Someone close to me in my family that you're supposed to trust, right? But the devil works like that. Yeah, there's so many people out here who's dealt with that, you know what I'm saying? And then they sweep it under the rug and they act like it didn't happen. They lie about it. All these things, man, make you look crazy. I've been dealing with that. Yeah, but it's all good. We don't worry about that. I heal from that. Thank God I heal from that, because a lot of people don't. And they walk around and they hurt other people because they're hurt. You see what I'm saying? Don't be like that. If you have been molested, if you've been through something that was so traumatic that it affected your whole life, heal that, man. Talk to God about that. Cry about that. Write about that. You got to let that out. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It happened. And it happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was the first thing that happened in my life when I was younger. I've been through a lot of different near-death experiences. I've had 2 car accidents that were almost fatal, you know what I'm saying? When I was 17, my mom got me my first car. I totaled that car going to work one day, and I had taken some codeine because I was sick. And so I knew I couldn't call into work. I had to go to work, and I took that medicine before I went to work, and it kind of made me a little drowsy. And when I went to make a left-hand turn, I did it too soon, and the car was coming and smacked right into me. I was literally this far from a pole, and I had to climb out my back seat. You know what I'm saying? Airbag popped. I had to climb out my back seat to get out the car. If I had hit that pole, it would have smashed me, and I would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, God is always there covering me at all times through all these trials and tribulations I've been through in life. God is always there covering me, and I praise God and I thank God. Woo! God is so good, man. God is so good. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get to some more things here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to cry on this because this is deep, man. I barely got any sleep, and this was just on my heart so heavy that I needed to say all these things. I needed to talk about the spiritual warfare, and God's been calling me to talk about this for a while, and I haven't. So here we are, you know what I'm saying? And for my people who actually, you know what I'm saying, tune into my channel, who watch the things I do drop on my channel, the creative side of me, you know what I'm saying, the purposeful side of me, you know what I'm saying, this is purposeful too, you know what I'm saying, this is all for a reason. But, you know, the happy side where I'm doing my reactions, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, vlogs and food reviews, you know what I'm saying, that stuff is still coming, but right now I got to get to what I'm dealing with, because this is life, and these are trials and tribulations. These are spiritual attacks that I'm dealing with, and it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I can't always be in front of the camera and be happy when I know I'm dealing with something. I'm real. I'm very real and raw, and I'm not going to show up on the camera and fake when I'm not feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I haven't dropped any of my videos in a week. But we're going to get back to it. We're going to get back right, but I gotta get this off my chest right now. So, the way you can combat the spiritual warfare is if you feel like you're dealing with spiritual warfare, because spiritual warfare can come in many forms. Like I said, I've been gang stalked. In the apartments I lived at before these, Woodland Oaks, it all started, this spiritual warfare all started from there, okay? These apartments are so corrupt. When I tell you they've done so many people wrong in these apartments, it's sad. I can't believe that they're even running these apartments. I can't believe that they're even able to be a leasing company. But besides that, we're gonna move on. Don't ever move to Woodland Oaks on 71st and Mingo if you're watching this video and you live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Don't ever move there. It's corrupt. It's a corrupt environment, and yeah, you don't want that for yourself. And so it all started when, man, I was dealing with an infection. I had got a cut somehow on my buttocks near my, you know what I'm saying, butthole. And I had to get surgery for this. And after I had got surgery, I came back home, and I was feeling like this vibration on my couch. And I was just like, I didn't know what it was. And you know what I'm saying? After a while, it just became persistent, and I was like, what is this? It was bothering me. It was irritating me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to even show y'all the device on here real quick. It's called a sonic nausea. You can get this on Amazon. These are the symptoms that it cause: severe irritation, which is it's gonna irritate you. It can cause sweating, stomach aches, heartburn, headaches, ear aches. It's very, very uncomfortable and not fun. And they can actually raise the levels up or down on this thing, okay? So they have control of this thing, whoever has it in their apartment trying to, you know what I'm saying, disturb you. They can turn it up and down depending on how they feel. And so at first I wasn't really reacting to this, but then it kept being persistent, and I just started to like tap on my floor, do little things like, and then it got like even more elevated. They got more intense. And then that's when I was like, okay, someone's purposely doing this. What is this? Then once I started, you know what I'm saying, basically retaliating to my neighbor on the downstairs below me, he got relentless. It was to the point where he was putting it everywhere in my apartment on purpose. I was working in my apartment at this time too. I was working from home. And it got to the point where I couldn't sleep. My bed was shaking. You know what I'm saying? I called the police many times. They couldn't do anything. They said they didn't feel anything because this guy can turn it off as soon as they come. And then, you know, after me calling the police so many times and me reacting to this guy so many times, there was one night where I lost it, bro. I was so mad. I was livid. I got a hammer and was hammering the floor, reacting to this person, man. That's what the devil wants you to do. See, the devil wants you to react when you're being spiritually attacked, because it's all a part of the plan to distract you from your purpose and what you're doing. You see, when I moved into this apartment, I began isolation. I started to cut off family members that were toxic. I started to change certain ways about myself. I started to heal certain things about myself. I started drawing closer to God. I started realizing my purpose. I started breaking generational curses, okay? Drawing closer to God. All of these things upset the devil. The devil is going to spiritually attack you to bring you closer to the toxic ways that you previously had, to the toxic people you previously dealt with. He doesn't want you to prosper. He doesn't want you to find your purpose, to get closer to God, to your abundance, your prosperity that you're rightfully owned by God. He doesn't want you to have that, you see. So that's why he will distract you with spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it can come in many different forms. This was the first form that it came in my apartment. And so as I'm dealing with this, I'm banging on the floor because I'm mad, I'm livid. I'm letting the devil get to me. I'm letting anger get to me. I'm letting the devil run me by getting me upset, right? I didn't even realize what I was dealing with at that time, but now I'm very spiritually aware. Thank God he brought me wisdom. And so this man had the audacity, him and his girlfriend, to come out their apartment. They're finna to come up these stairs and try to break in my house, I guess, attack me as he was coming outside, because I went on my balcony to see. I heard him open his door. I went on my balcony to see. He was coming. He was literally about to come up. The police were right there, because God is always watching and protecting me. You feel me? Through the trials and tribulations, like I said. The police were right there, and they stopped it, told him to go in his house, had a conversation with him, had a conversation with me. There was nothing they could do for me because they couldn't feel it, they couldn't see it, they had no evidence, they had no proof, okay? So, that's how sneaky and conniving the devil is with the spiritual warfare. Sometimes there is no proof. Sometimes you're looking crazy to people because there is no proof. Even though you know intuitively and you feel it and you know you're not crazy. This is going on. And so while I was dealing with that, it got so intense. After that, he was just relentless. I couldn't get any sleep. I couldn't work in my apartment. I had to move. I had to move from that apartment to another apartment in those apartments. And so, right before that incident, though, my bad, I'm going to take it back a little bit. I'm talking about the leasing company that's out there. I got into it with this lady that is a leasing manager out there. I was just going to go get my package from the office, minding my business. And while I was getting my package, they told me that you had to tell them if you were going to be late on your rent. And I was going through some things at that time, so I was going to be late on my rent, and I was letting them know. So while one of the ladies was getting my package, I was just letting her know, like, hey, I'm going to be late on my rent this month. I'm going to pay it this day. This lady was so rude to me, bro. She said out of nowhere, she was like, aren't you already being helped? Isn't someone already dealing with you? Why are you talking to me? Basically, like, was so rude. I was like taken back, bro. I didn't even understand what, I was like, what? You're a leasing manager and you're in here talking to your tenants like this? That was just the beginning. I had no clue, no idea the type of spirit that I was dealing with in this lady. Ooh, I had no clue. And so I had a little attitude back. I was like, I don't even remember what I said at this point, but I definitely got an attitude with her. And then I got my package and got up out of there. After that day, that lady despised me. And she made everyone out there that worked there despise me, okay? When it came to the point, before I had to move and I was still dealing with this spiritual warfare in my apartment with my neighbor, I started to get, you know what I'm saying, more active. I was going to the gym every day. We had a gym out in that apartments. And so I was going to the gym every morning just to get my hair right, you know what I'm saying, get my body right, and just get my mental right to start my day and feel a little better. I started to notice they were watching me. She had the maintenance men watching me, plotting on what I'm doing. And so one day I went to the gym. I couldn't get in the gym. And then they sent a message out saying the gym had been broken into. You can't get into the gym, all these different things. And I just knew, nah, that's not true. That's a lie. And so I started to, they were like, we'll let you know when the gym is back open. I wasn't hearing anything. I wasn't seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I try to go to the gym and it's still locked. And so I was also going at the same time every day. I'm a routine person, so if they're watching me, they could see when I was going and they knew when I was going to go. Because I'm on a schedule. I have to be to work at a certain time. I work from home, so I'm working out in the morning. Then I'm going to go do my content. Then I'm going to start work. And so that's how I was doing it. And so they started to notice that. And so they were just blocking me from getting in the gym. So one day I decided, okay, I'm going to go at a different time. I see someone in there. Someone's in the gym. So then I realized, okay, yeah, they're watching me. They're trying to block me from getting in the gym because they just want to, at this point, harass me. Okay? Harass me. And so the harassment started. So I'm dealing with the attacks from my neighbor. Now I'm being harassed. It's all spiritual warfare, man. It's all a distraction. It is all a distraction, okay? It's trying to distract me from my purpose. I'm out here trying to speak and uplift and stay on my purpose with God. I'm getting closer. I'm finding things out. I'm gaining more wisdom. It's all a distraction. The devil coming to distract. You hear me? The devil coming to to steal, kill, and destroy and distract, man. If you don't know, that's what he coming to do. Okay, so now we dealing with the harassment. I'm like, oh man. And so eventually, you know what I'm saying, I gotta talk to them because I need to move apartments. I can't sleep in this apartment no more. I'm over here trying to go to my mom's house. And then I'm like realizing, okay, this ain't gonna work. I gotta move. This ain't gonna work. I can't live here. I can't survive here. Like, no. And so eventually I get moved to the new apartment. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling my mom about everything that's going on with these people out there, and you know, she doesn't understand because people don't understand spiritual warfare until they're going through it. They'll never understand somebody going through spiritual warfare. They think you're crazy, but you're not. You're not. Okay? And so I moved into my new apartment. I'm thinking, yes, everything is good. We're good. You know what I'm saying? A month or two goes by. Everything is great. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, focused, doing my videos, working out. I don't think I was actually going to work out because I had some type of traumatic, like, feeling from being harassed. Like, I still was uncomfortable living out there. I didn't even want to move to another apartment out there, but I knew I had to finish my lease. So that's why I went ahead and just moved to another apartment, just finish out my lease, so I can get gone from out of there. And so, they had tried to hit me with the lease violation, and I messaged this girl and let her know before I moved. They tried to hit me with a lease violation and for, you know, noise disturbance. Even though I had been putting in noise disturbances to no avail, they weren't doing anything about it. But they were definitely going to talk to the neighbor downstairs. So I felt like it was all just a setup, you know what I'm saying? It's all spiritual warfare. At that point, I didn't know it was spiritual warfare. That's why I was reacting and doing things that I was doing because I didn't understand it. And so when I finally get moved, you know what I'm saying, they don't like me. They hate me. They hate me. Do I care? No. Am I going to be me? Yes. Am I going to walk around here fearful and scared and hiding? No, because that's never been me. I stand up 10 toes, tall, chest out. I'm a soldier. I'm a warrior. I don't back down. You feel me? So I'm constantly doing me. They're still trying to hinder me. After about 2 months living in there with no problems, you know what I'm saying? I started getting my packages. Now they're telling me Oh, as soon as I get a package, you need to come get your package. You have this time to come and get your package or it will be sent back. The packages are full in the office. We need you to come and get your packages. I'm like, oh, so now they're on this. And at this point, I'm not working from home anymore. I'm back working from the office. So the time that the office is open, I'm at, before the office is getting open, I have to go to work because I'm catching the bus to go to work, right? I don't have a car right now. Catching the bus to go to work. And it's like early because I have to be to work at like 9. They open at 9. I have to catch the bus before 9 so I can be to work on time. When I get off, I'm catching the bus. And by the time I get home, they're closed. I could only go to them on a Saturday when I'm off. So if I got a package on Monday, if I don't go get that, they're going to send that back within a day or two because they don't like me. Okay? And so after I realized they were doing that, and I had my mom go get my package the first couple times, I was like, all right, I ain't gonna get no more packages sent here. They're not about to mess with my packages. I'm not about to play this game with them. So now we went from the attacks from the neighbor to the harassment to now they're trying to illegally, mess with my packages. This is all in these apartments, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, man, I'm despising them even more. They're despising me even more. It's just like, it's crazy. The energy out there is just terrible. And so, I'm sorry, my lips are chapped right now. Barely got any sleep. I'm looking crazy. But anyways, so then, guess what I started to feel in my apartment? The high frequency device. Yep. Now this man below me is now attacking me with the same device I was just attacked with in the previous apartment, bro. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. No way. But you know what I became? Stronger in my faith, closer to God, and I wasn't backing down. And so I stuck with that. I still slept there. I did go to my mom's on the weekend. I made it a habit of going to my mom's on the weekend. But for the last few months, right before my lease was up, I toughed it out. I said, no, I'm not going to my mom's. I'm staying here. This is my apartment. I'm staying here till my lease is up. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all not running me off nowhere. I'm strong. I got this. God got me. Okay? We completed that. You know what I'm saying? A year from May to May. From May of 2023, that's when it all started, to March of 2024. That's when I moved to this new apartment, right? Okay, so I had been dealing with the high frequency device from May all the way to March. I'm like, oh yes, I get to move, new apartment, you feel me? I messed up by putting my new apartment on my information that I had to give to them to move. Something told me not to do that because I knew they weren't going to send me my deposit back. I knew they weren't because I seen how previous people never received their deposit, and I just knew they were just going to do something conniving, and I wasn't going to get that money back, so I wasn't really tripping. But I put my address, my new address on there. I should have never did that. And even when I applied for this apartment, right? And they did a rental check for the apartments I was living at, Woodland Oaks. They lied and said I never put in a notice to vacate. Basically, I wasn't trying to vacate that apartment. Like I wanted to stay there. They lied and said that information. So I had to show the new apartments proof, like, hey, I did send this information in. I put in my notice to vacate. And so they then accepted me into this apartment, okay? I got the lease signed, and then I was prepared to move in. I moved in March. All right? So I move in here March 11th. First day, I'm all settled. I moved in. What do I feel in my apartment? The high frequency device. I could not believe it. I was just numb. I was very numb because I was like, no way, God. God, I thought this was over. God, why? God, why? My lesson of anger hasn't fully been learned. You know what I'm saying? I've been reacting to the devil. I've been giving the devil what he wants. Been angry. You see, God doesn't want you to be angry. God wants you to be still. God wants you to be calm. God wants you to pray through the trials and the tribulations. Yeah, it's hard, but you need to be strong. You have to be strong. You have to. And you know, I started reacting here as well. I started banging on this floor, man. I was pissed. I'm mad. Why am I dealing with this? Why are you bothering me? It's to the point where I'm letting the devil even make me think things that I want to do. No, we can't do that. This is all a distraction. You hear me? Do not react to any spiritual warfare. Pray. Even as hard as it might be. Please, just pray. Trust me, it's hard. I'm dealing with it right now. I'm in the apartment right now dealing with the high frequency device. I'm dealing with the people out here, letting them know, hey, I'm dealing with this. Are y'all going to do something about this? I had to send in a video with proof. So now they're supposed to be sending a maintenance man to look for me. I'm not relying on that. I'm not waiting on that. Whether this continues, whether this stops, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stand in this trial. I'm going to stand in this tribulation, in this fire. And I'm going to be strong. And I'm going to keep my head up right, my mind right. I'm going to stay focused on God and the mission and my purpose. Because the devil's not going to distract me anymore. I refuse. You know? That's all the devil wants to do. He wants to stop you from getting to your abundance, your purpose. Don't let him. Do not let him. I know that this will end. I know that this isn't forever. But the devil wants to put fear in my mind to make me think this is going to last forever. And that I can't handle this. I'm so strong now, I would have never thought I could go through this and still be standing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But God will deliver when you pray. I ask God for strength and he delivers. I ask God for rest and he delivers. I ask God for peace and he delivers. And it might not always be when you want it to be, but it will come. You know what I'm saying? I stay in this apartment. I don't get consistent rest. I don't get consistent 8 hours of sleep every night. I don't get that peace because I've chosen my purpose. I've chosen to draw closer to God and to actually change my life. Because all of the things I've been through in life, you know what I'm saying, they were meant to break me. The devil tried to break me. The devil tried to steal my soul because I've been chosen by God for something so great that only he knows right now. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I found my purpose of, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I'm a empath and that I'm meant to communicate and speak things to people. I'm meant to uplift people and help them draw closer to God and their purpose and who they are through my trials and tribulations that I've been through. That's why everything that you go through in life is for a reason, because it's meant to help you learn. And if you don't heal from these things, you won't gain wisdom. You see, you'll stay stagnant. You'll stay hindered to your life's purpose. That's why you have to heal from things. You have to heal from the molestation. You have to heal from the toxic home environment you grew up in. You have to heal from the betrayal and the backstabbings and the hurt and the lies. You have to heal from all that. You have to remove yourself from things that aren't serving you in your highest good, as hard as it may be. Me separating from family wasn't something that I wanted to do. I cried. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me to the core to have to separate myself from people that I loved and I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your family. You know what I'm saying? That's your blood. But when people don't treat you like your family, like your blood, how can you be family? You know what I'm saying? Family will do you the worst, bro, and then act like everything is all good. No, it's not all good. You don't get to mistreat people and call them family. That's not family. I've had better friends. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? So let go of them titles and let people treat you how they want to treat you and let them stand on that. For real. You're not obligated to be somebody's family, to hang out with somebody, to spend time with them. You're not obligated to nothing but God. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no matter what y'all going through, man, I hope that y'all get through it. I know we will get through it. Call on God, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have our good days. We're going to have our bad days. Be grateful for it all, though. You know what I'm saying? I hope this video did something for you, helped you understand something, draw you closer to God, man. Start praying right now if you need to. You know what I'm saying? I'm running off like 4 hours of sleep. I've been crying all morning. But I'm about to have a good day. And tomorrow I get to see my nieces, so it's going to be a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? God always gives me what I need when I need it. You know what I'm saying? It's been a rough week, and I'm going to get to see my nieces, and that's just going to brighten my whole day, my whole weekend, and I'm going to just feel like I'm on cloud nine the whole time I'm with them. I'm going to forget even about all this spiritual warfare I've been dealing with. I'm going to forget all about it because I'm in the presence of my nieces, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful, innocent souls. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just blessed. I'm grateful that I have that. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep me going. They keep me going, man. But I love y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Until next time, everybody here.